harsh reality is no man is emotionally unavailable or nonchalant to a woman that he actually wants. But since you are not the woman that he wants to be with, he is going to fail in every single category in which he is to meet your needs. But let a woman come walking along that he actually wants, and I'm going to tell you, those dates that you were begging for, those flowers that you wanted him to give you, or those gifts that you may have wanted, those are going to be a priority in that next.
Here's what guys don't understand when they are talking about this situation. So they will say things like, a man is, not going to do things for you because he's emotionally unavailable and he doesn't view you to have enough value to do those things for you. But watch how quick he'll do it for a woman that he does view to have value, right? Watch how emotionally available he'll become with the right woman. So really, it's that he's just not that into you. You're just not good enough for him. And you should just walk away from this situation because he's making you a fool, right? What they don't tell you is that when this man does find a woman that he views to be so worthy, so perfect in his book, he's going to do all those things for her, right? He's going to plan all those dates. He's going to bring her flowers. He's going to have a ton of motivation to do those things for her in the beginning. A man who is emotionally unavailable is a man who has insecure attachment. And when he has insecure attachment, he has a very low sense of self-worth and very low self-esteem. So this is an incredibly insecure man. So an insecure man either views women as inferior or superior. So when he is going into relationships, he knows the difference between the two. Like, he knows which women he views to be inferior. Like, okay, I can tell I don't have to do that much in this relationship, right? And he knows the women that he views as superior to him, where he's going to have to go a little bit above and beyond. But what people don't talk about is that both women in this situation are going to be treated equally bad, because it has nothing to do with the woman. And that's why I don't like it when people word it this way. Like, if he finds the right woman, he's going to change his ways. No, he's not. He's emotionally immature. He's emotionally unavailable. And that cannot be changed by another person. It can only be changed by you, because that shit is deeper wounds that live inside of you. So here's what's going to happen. Let's say he has this situationship with a woman that he views to be inferior, okay? He doesn't really think she's good enough to date for whatever reason, which is mostly just personal preference. Maybe he just doesn't think she's hot enough to date, whatever it might be. So he's just fucking around with her and she's letting him. And so he is taking what he can out of that without actually having to commit, okay? So they're engaging in that. And then let's say another woman comes along who he is like, oh my God, she's so hot, she's so perfect, she has her shit together, she's stable, she's everything I want. So he drops this other girl from the situationship and he immediately just wifes this new girl up. Like, he's like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with her, she's so perfect. So right away, he's going to have all this motivation to just like court the fuck out of this woman, because he wants to put on his best face for her. He wants her to like him because he's viewing her as superior to him, right? She is everything. She's perfect. I want her to like me back. So he's going to show up really well. Now, what happens is that behavior by him is not sustainable. That behavior doesn't continue through the whole relationship. And this is what nobody talks about. It's not like the guy just changes for this new girl. He just does that for a little while because he's chasing her, right? Once he gets her, that's when it all changes, okay? Because he can't sustain that effort because he is emotionally unavailable. So what's going to happen with him is that he is actually going to fall into the role of being the inferior one who feels insecure, intimidated, and not good enough around this woman that he deems to be so much better than him. Okay, so he is going to start falling short in the relationship and he's going to start feeling very insecure about that. And at a certain point, he's going to self-sabotage, he's going to cheat, or he's going to lie, or he's just going to leave the relationship, or she's going to leave him because she's over it. And then he is going to go back and try to find women that he views as inferior again. Women that will kind of boost his ego, but he doesn't actually have to commit to them, and he doesn't have to feel intimidated in their presence. And he's going to keep going with this inferior, superior kind of game with women until he actually heals what's really going on underneath.